Greetings from Springfield, Missouri, and this is Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. And Boris Dasnoa signing on just to post an audio recording I have of picking up a radio station from Utah and from Canada during the same recording back on July 4th of 2025. What was happening was on July 4th, starting in the morning at maybe about 8:15 in the morning, I started hearing something strange in between the local channels on FM on my Blue View 3, this right here, FM phone tuner. And this tuner is it's a built-in FM radio tuner. Doesn't even need phone service to use. Just uses the headphones as an antenna, and I can demonstrate that working right now. Right now I'm on 99.7. Let's see if I can pick up anything. Yeah, that's 99.7, The Point from Kansas City, coming in right here in Springfield, Missouri. Playing the Lincoln Park. But I can hit seek and hear Springfield's KADI. You'll see it ID, the new ID with KADI. You can see I'm here in Springfield. Hitting seek, KYOO FM, Halfway Bolivar. Hitting seek again, 98.7 The Dove right here in Springfield. Playing like Rolling Stone. And if I'm lucky, 98.9 The Rock, KQRC Leavenworth, Kansas City. Yeah, 98.9 The Rock, Leavenworth, Kansas City. But anyway, this is the tuner I was using on July 4th, connected to this tomato cage antenna. And several Canadian stations came in that day. It was only from about 8 a.m. through about 1:30 p.m. And one of those, I can hit record on my tuner here, and you can see me scrolling through. These are all recordings that I made off the tuner. And yeah, July 4th has a lot, because that was when all those mega distant ones, a lot of them from Canada, but some mega distance US ones too, over 1,000 miles out. And well, I just wanted to post the recording of, let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, this one right here, 16, got it paused here, but 16 minutes and 56 seconds. Just part of what I was recording that day. And you can see it's timestamped July 4th, 2025 at 11th. I started recording at 11:34 a.m. And what it was I was starting to have to I had obligations at home, I was going to be cooking out, so I couldn't just stay up here on the tuner the whole time. So I decided, well, I'll just pick a frequency in between the channels with not very many stations near, and just see what comes in on it. But while deciding on which frequency, you'll hear me moving around on frequencies, picking up mainly static and just random stuff. I do know I was on 92.1 for a brief time, and that's the part you'll hear where it says, "Hey Tigers fans," and you're talking about Detroit Tigers baseball. That was on 92.1, and you'll hear then it fades back in and you hear a WKYO mention, and that's an AM station up near East Central Michigan. Anyway, you can hear me moving around on frequencies, but I finally decide on 98.3. And right as I'm leaving, 98.3 IDs as Fly FM. And that's all I know about it as I'm having to go back downstairs because, hey, I'm thawing hamburgers, getting ready for the 4th of July. I have family obligations. So, yeah, I'll just hit record and go downstairs and record whatever comes on. And again, it IDs before I even leave to go downstairs as Fly FM. And I'm like, that's interesting. I'll be able to look that up. But what's interesting is at about the 16-minute mark, again, this is 16 minutes and 56 seconds in this recording, I decide to come back upstairs and I look at the tuner and I see the Fly FM ID there, but I also see another, and it's still on 98.3, recording the whole time. Not only is the Fly FM ID on there, there's another ID that says KARB, Kickin' Country. But then what I was hearing sounded like it was back to Fly FM. So at some point, just on its own, Fly FM had faded out enough and KARB Kickin' Country had come in strong enough to leave an ID. And then it had faded back to what I believe is Fly FM, which I still wasn't sure exactly where it was from, except for that I knew it was from Canada somewhere. I later found out that the Fly FM was CFLY, Canadian station, Kingston, Ontario. And when I looked up the KARB Kickin' Country, it was a very weak 7,000 watt station from Price, Utah. So when I get to 98.3, first you hear a couple of commercials from the Canadian CFLY Fly FM, a pop station, an adult contemporary one. Then you'll hear it on its own. The tuner wasn't moving or anything, it was just sitting in the same spot. But a Utah one takes over, and you hear an interview with some guy who is going to be doing some kind of 4th of July thing. And you can tell it's a pre-recorded interview for something that's going to be going on later that day on the 4th of July with an artist, performing. And then the Canadian one comes back. But then there's also a lot of other stuff that happens in between. It's very interesting fades and stuff. Anyway, all that said, it was just an amazing radio experience that I'm so lucky I got to catch from here in Springfield, Missouri, and I just feel like I want to share it, and it's only to demonstrate the hobby of picking up distant FM radio stations. But anyway, I'm going to hit play on this recording and crank it up, and you will hear what was going on the radio. At first, I'm tuning around trying to decide which one to leave it on because I got to go downstairs and do stuff. So you'll hear some of it, and then then you'll hear the Canadian one, and then you'll hear the Utah one take over. And actually, interestingly, when the Utah one plays Jelly Roll, the I Am Not Okay, the Canadian Kingston, Ontario one is playing Maroon 5. And so you'll actually hear what sounds like Jelly Roll it sounds like almost like a duet with Adam Levine. It sounds like it, and it's fun to hear. And just knowing that from where I had this on record, the duet was something 1,000 miles west of here, roughly, battling with something 1,000 miles northeast of here, is just fascinating. and at times it blends a little bit because the key of each song is close enough that it actually blends a little. Anyway, enough of me talking. Boris Stasnoa playing one of my recordings from earlier this summer. Here we go. Volume cranked. Hitting play. Oops, I gotta take the headphones out in order to hear it. Okay.
Struggling a little bit with the phones. We're gonna. Oh.
Hey, Tigers fans, did you know you can catch it long on WKYO?
Intriguing music, written by the Tunisian-born composer Karim Al-Zand, who was born to an Iraqi father and American mother. Music. FM.
Get delicious deals at Tim's with
There's the
Tim's
Fly
Saves.
FM.
Order any size brewed coffees, hot or iced, and add a donut for
Tim
$1,
Hortons
bagels for $2,
commercial.
or a classic breakfast sandwich for $3. Enjoy favorites for less with Tim's Saves. At participating restaurants in Kingston for limited time only.
Oh, Canada. For over 65 years, Enercare experts have helped Canadians weather it all. From extreme cold to extreme heat, they've stood by homeowners and businesses through tough times and challenging conditions, like keeping you every heat wave. Enercare is proudly Canadian and proud to be in your community, supporting you with home comfort solutions at every turn. Happy Canada Day from Enercare.
Enercare, experts at home. Do you have gnarly, painful veins? U Cosmetic has a solution with no downtime. Endovenous laser therapy, or EVLT for short. Varicose veins are often painful, itchy, and unsightly. U Cosmetic has many options to help treat and control vein issues, like EVLT. If you have varicose or spider veins, visit ucosmetic.com.
You know, especially with such a personal song, is absolutely incredible because I wrote this song about 10 years ago and never knew that it would end up on a record. And I just really I put a lot of effort into promoting this song because I feel like it means a lot to a lot of people. And to be able to perform it at an event like this in our nation's on the July 4th is, it doesn't get much better than that.
Perfect. Josh, thank you so much for taking out the time. I know you're in a rush, so I'm going to let you go. But once again, remember, it's the Capitol 4th from Washington, D.C. on PBS, the 4th of July, starting at 6 p.m. Josh, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. And take care of you, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dave.
Make sure you tune in to PBS on Friday at Capitol 4th with Josh Turner, plenty of other great musical guests, and a fireworks show that you will not believe. That's on PBS. You can also catch it on YouTube. You're listening to Kickin' Country. We'll get back to the music here in just a bit.
So what do you see in your future? Buying the perfect home with a big oak tree? Watching your child graduate from college? Or finding more time for hobbies during your retirement? Whatever your future holds, make sure you talk with the Farm Bureau Financial Services agent. Together, we'll create a plan that's right for you.
In the Castle Country, call your local Farm Bureau agent, Jill Jensen, at 637-8400
The Utah one.
for a free quote today.
It's your future. Let's protect it.
Number one for New Country, 98.3 and 106.7 Kickin' Country.
I am not okay. I'm barely getting by. I'm losing track of day, losing sleep. I'm not okay. I'm hanging on the rail. If I stay, we spent the daylight trying to make things right. Now it's all good, but I've got
All of that is I was just downstairs with it on the same thing, and yeah, this other stuff was coming in. Then you'll hear the Canadian one with the Adam Levine coming back with a vengeance. And spoiler alert, the Canadian one, CFLY 98.3 Fly FM, keeps coming back. There's a lot of fade action here, but toward the end of the song, it comes in full strength again, and then goes into Lady Gaga's Poker Face, but again with a very good ID. And after the Gaga one, which comes in fairly well in several spots, Then there's a Canadian commercial block coming. So anyway, yeah, if one holds through it, I think they'll find it's worth it, because Canada making it all the way to Springfield, Missouri on FM.
Today's best music all summer. 98.3 Fly FM.
Like they do in Texas, please. Hold them.
Fades to an unknown country one. It could be the Utah one. I'm not sure. KARV Price, Utah. Only 7,000 watts. I'm not sure. Then Fly FM comes pouring back, and it stays in fairly steady through the end of this song.
That we will be a little given, and it's fun when you're with me. Russian roulette is not the same without a gun. And baby, when it's love, if it's not rough, it isn't fun. I'll get him high, show him what I've got. I'll get him high, show him what I got. Carry mine, no, we can't read a mind, go to place. Carry mine, no, we can't read a mind, go to place. Poker face. Poker face. I won't tell you that I love you just to hug you, 'cause I'm bluffing with my muffin. I'm not lying, I'm just stunning with my love glue gunning. Just like a chicken casino, take your bank before I pay you out. I promise this promises. Take this hand 'cause I'm wrong. Carry mine, no, we can't read a mind. Poker face. Carry mine, no, we can't read a mind. Poker face. Carry mine, no, we can't read a mind. Poker face. Carry mine, no, we can't read a mind. Poker face. No, we can't read a mind. Poker face. No, we can't read a mind. Poker face. Poker face. Poker face.
Today's best music, 98.3 Fly FM. With Explore, get ultra-fast, unlimited internet at the cottage. Enjoy great Wi-Fi at your favorite place in the world. Go to xplore.ca today.
Beat the heat with wowza deals at Food Basics. Get a 12-pack of 355-milliliter Coca-Cola or Canada Dry for just $6.98 each. Shop in-store and online until July 9th. Food Basics, always more for less.
Hi, Joanne Creighton here, Vice President of Sales at Mattress Mart, Canada's Sleep Showcase. Home of the top brands and the best customer care. Get up to 30% off all mattresses. Folks, it's unbeatable Canada's celebration sale. Listen to this. No tax on all mattresses. That's right. You get both. 30% off and no tax. Go to Mattress Mart, Princess Street, beside Farm Boy.
At Midas of Eastern Ontario, we're locally owned and operated. Right now, roll it with a set of lifetime guaranteed tires for just $3.99. Brakes making noise? Come in for your free brake evaluation, and if you do need brakes, the brake pads are free and guaranteed for life. Keep your car running smoothly with an oil change and tire rotation for just $59.99 for semi-synthetic or $79.99 for full synthetic. Plus, your fifth oil change is always free. With over 20 5-star reviews, come see why drivers trust Midas of Eastern Ontario. Visit us in Kingston, Belleville, Brockville, or Napanee.
Summer just got sweeter with McDougall Insurance. It's Aaron from Giveaways are back. That's right. Every Friday in July and August, you get free items just for being a McDougall customer. Show your proof of insurance with McDougall Insurance at the list of locations and get your free item. List of locations. Visit our McDougall Insurance Facebook page or website at McDougallInsurance.com. Now that's what I call the McDougall difference.
McDonald's summer drink days are back, which means it's officially summer. Enjoy your refreshing small Coca-Cola or small iced coffee for just $1 all. Summer's booming with summer drink days. Excludes flavored iced coffee at participating McDonald's in Canada. Taxes extra. Prices exclude delivery. Today's best music, 98.3 Fly FM.
Cause I need you like the flowers need the rain. I need you like the sun when the clouds turn gray. Oh, you like the...
Okay, and then I am going to skip to one other recording just to show, like, okay, so I was done with what I was doing downstairs. I had to come up and check and see, and it was about this time I was hearing this song playing when I saw that, oh my gosh, not only is there a Fly FM ID now, but there's KARB Kickin' Country, and I was wondering what the heck that was, and then I looked it up and saw it was from Utah. Well, at the end of this song, CFLY, the Kingston, Ontario one, 98.3 Fly FM, does the weather, and it's in Celsius, and on July 4th. It just sounds really interesting to hear the weather in Celsius. But on July 4th, it just sounds weird hearing talking about temperatures in the 20s and 30s. And so I'm going to skip to the next recording when I came upstairs, ended this recording for the sake of keeping the recordings a little bit shorter, and then started another recording during this same song, but this one. So I'm going to go to the next recording. I'm going to go back to the recordings and go to the... Let's see, July 4th. This one? No, different Canadian one. That one was Regina, Wisconsin, or Regina, Saskatchewan. Anyway, here's the rest of this song. And I'm going to skip a little ahead. Catch that weather. And it's just so cool hearing this song on this, because up there, the northern side of that Great Lakes region, like, you bet they need that sun when those clouds turn gray. I mean, or those clouds turn really gray up there. Here we go. Ready for the weather.
98.3 Fly FM has the workday kickoff from 9 to 10 every weekday morning. It's 60 minutes of continuous hits to kickstart your workday with Reed and Ben. I'm Carly Kincaid. Sunshine and 25 degrees today. Nice one. Tomorrow, a little warmer. Sun and cloud 27. And then Sunday, even warmer. Sun and cloud. Some showers and a high of 31 degrees. Slowly Young, Fly FM.
You know what? So why would you? We were waiting outside the station when it was like -4 degrees, and I get what you say.
But anyway, that's some of what I recorded that day. I have other recordings of that day, which will wait for different posts, but it was just an absolutely amazing day. There have been very few events like that I've been fortunate enough to catch in my lifetime, with the occasional hobby of distant FM radio tuning. But anyway, yep, that's going to be it. Except for that, I will demonstrate again some of the magic of live radio, like turning this is live what's on. And this time 98.9 The Rock from Kansas City has faded out. Just the interesting fickle nature of FM radio hooked up to a really powerful antenna. And anyway, I'll leave you on the low power KDRU 43 watts, Drury University. Just to demonstrate, I'm in Springfield, Missouri presently. Carryover KADI ID. There's the KDRU, Drury University. Anyway, if that's enough for tonight, Vodi Stasnova signing off. And a wonderful evening to all. And a wonderful tomorrow.